Hey Brady, you ever heard the song I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus? Yeah, we saw grandma kissing Santa
If
Claus,
you
okay?
combine that with
Kissing
Grandma got run
Bruce.
over by a reindeer, you get kind of the right ballpark.
Yeah.
Um
Uh,
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Everything But the Cats, the podcast where we, for many different reasons, have decided to talk about everything except for one specific thing, and that is the cats. My name's Gage,
I'm DJ.
and as you know, when we are joined by these two faces, which you should be familiar with by now because we've been able to have them on to other episodes, we're going to be doing something fun today. But first, let's get an introduction. Who is joining us today?
No one.
I am Garrett,
Hi, I'm Andrew.
and we're all of the things except dogs.
Yeah, it's
I
our
was going to go with I'm the ghost of Christmas past, but okay, cool. We can go with that.
yeah, it's our brother podcast, All the Things But Dogs.
All the
And
things,
Nope.
We don't
including
have to
dog.
be the sister.
Don't look right here.
yeah, don't look right here. Uh,
That's Clover. She's a guest and also a guest.
but yeah, so we're gonna be diving back in to a role playing game that is actually a spiritual successor and a literal successor to last year's Christmas special in many ways. Mostly being we've got the same characters that we did a year ago, and that's exciting, and the same group. So, DJ, is there anything that you want to go ahead and tell everybody before we introduce our characters?
Yeah. We also have the same group as 2 months ago or something like that. These are the only guys we can get to say yes, and we appreciate them. So thanks, guys. Yeah, so we're going to be back in Starlight Glen. If you haven't listened to it, Gage has promised a couple times that he's going to be getting that on YouTube soon, but the latest is that he's not going to. So we'll see what it is next week. Worst case scenario, you can listen to it on Spotify sometime soon. I wouldn't say stop listening right now and go listen to that because I hope this is going to be better. But give it a listen sometime. It was a lot of fun to record that. But we're back in Starlight Glen, and the idea of Starlight Glen is it's this magical little place. Think like Gravity Falls or like Hilda, where the physical and the, I don't know, cryptids kind of hang out. So yeah, but it's like Christmas themed is the idea because it's around Christmas. So that's fun. It's near the North Pole. It's like a light powered by the apocalypse type of thing. We'll talk about what that means. If you know what that means, you're a nerd. If you don't know what that means, we'll get you. But we should go ahead and introduce our characters. We've got Brady, Frank, and Conrad back at it again.
And let's go in that order. I'm Brady. Brady is, just the biggest ball of holiday cheer, but also the littlest ball of holiday cheer. DJ, how long is this after last year's? Is this the next year?
I haven't decided. Sure.
Okay.
We're 47 years old.
Well, it's like Phineas and Ferb, right? Like how many actual days of summer vacation did they have? Like who knows? Is this the same year somehow on the same day, or is it? Who knows?
Also, who gets 104 days of summer vacation, Dan Povenmire? Riddle me this. It wasn't me. Not ever. That's like almost 3 months. I feel like I got 6 weeks. I'm not mad.
You were homeschooled?
No,
Summer school.
no, I guess my school district was just bad.
Anyways, Brady, just a big old ball of cheer, loves Christmas, loves everything to do with Christmas, and is just really excited because last year, or however much time has passed between the Christmas that we did last year and the Christmas that we're dealing with now, finally realized once and for all truly that Christmas magic does exist. So Brady is just super excited all the time. Maybe he likes to feed the darkness just a little bit, but we'll get into that later. How about Frank?
Yeah, Frank is the redneck cousin that everyone has. We all have one. He is obsessed with cryptids, which did play into last year's episode in the library. A little bit with the reindeer. I did beat up a bunch of elves. Pretty sure I smacked one with a car. Spoiler alert. He does want to hunt Rudolph, which makes it a little interesting because he sees him as a threat and not as anything friendly. But overall, he doesn't like the dark arts, which kind of showed out with Brady a little bit last year. So he's a little concerned this year. So he's kind of keeping a close eye. He's got the slingshot ready. Just a pellet in his back pocket waiting to hit you with it. So
And then
I'm
Conrad.
Conrad, and I am not at all like this. Conrad enjoys Christmas, but is definitely a Christmas magic skeptic. Even after the events of last year, he's still not totally convinced that it wasn't some massive flash mob or possibly a very immersive escape room type experience that they just kind of pushed through. And in the moment, I think he had his doubts. He really did wonder. But is coming back this year with a whole year, and when you're that young, a whole year is just a lifetime. And so he's had that whole time to actually watch the movie Top Gun, which he referenced, or at least tried to reference, or said he was very interested in for a long period of time. He's now actually seen Top Gun and has played a lot of Flight Simulator because he got that for Christmas last year. And all that has kind of distracted him from their magical adventure. So he has his aviator sunglasses on all the time, as well as his bomber jacket that he's got. He's got a new one this year because he outgrew the last one. He's been sewing new patches on it to make it look like it's an actual jacket that a pilot might wear. Still doesn't know a lot. He's mostly just crashing in Flight Simulator, but at least has a few more references under his belt.
that's part of Flight Simulator.
DJ, is there anything else that you need to go over before we dive in?
Yeah, I just want to say that there's no way I'm alone in playing Flight Simulator and running planes into skyscrapers, right? Like, I'm not the only one.
There's a
just
reason why
tried it,
Microsoft
like, for fun.
there's a reason why Microsoft removed the crashing in the game. Real thing.
All right, that out of the way, I think we're ready to start. So,
Yeah, let's get into the game.
These hands were not made for peace, but for war.
he's flipping us off.
For war. No, not really. Just does that count? If that's one big finger?
I mean, the penguin has 3 fingers, right?
You ever feel like life is just one big finger?
No, that's a metaphor I just don't get. Like the Katy Perry. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Not
Mm,
once. Never.
Nope.
Not even for half a second. Literally
You've
never.
never
happened.
drifted through the wind.
No. I am firmly planted on the ground.
Firmly planted.
All right. So, yeah, real quick, Powered by the Apocalypse, we'll talk about some of the moves. So a way that Powered by the Apocalypse works. Powered by the Apocalypse is just a very general type of game that's based on a game called Apocalypse World. I think that's right. And there are a few things that a lot of them have in common. And one of them is that they have these things called moves. And so we've got a few moves in this game. And a move is just essentially when you want to do something rather than me as the DM saying, okay, go ahead and roll, I don't know, perception or whatever. You as the players, you've got a bit more leeway in saying like, oh, I want to do this. And then based on what you roll, stuff will kind of naturally come out of that. So that's one thing that marks Powered by the Apocalypse. And we've got just a number of those things. We're going to be a lot of it. So when we're talking about moves, that's what we're talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and unpause and we will get started. So you guys are at the annual Yuletide Festival. If you remember last year, you were at like the lighting of the tree and they turned the tree on and all that. And the star went missing. It got stolen. No good. But now this year, everything's going to plan. The tree is turned on, it's all lit up, and you guys are just there at the festival. And like this festival, it's got like everything that you would expect from like a festival, or not necessarily a carnival. It's got like carnival games. There are vendors out, selling goods. And it's just a very festive, exciting, Christmassy time. And so I'm curious. I'll go ahead and ask Brady. Just what is Brady doing during this?
Oh, he's taking it all in. He's going around to all the vendors with the. I would assume we're still young enough that like we have to rely on, because Brady was the youngest of the cousins, and I think I was
Here's what I'll say.
12.
It's next Christmas, but you're not a year older.
Okay, so Brady's still 12. And
Like we don't have to worry about aging over the course of years or whatever.
Oh, sweet. We're Ash Ketchum, boys.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's say
Bart
gonna say
Simpson.
like still not old enough for like a part-time job, so he's still like relying
Definitely
on the money that grandma or another family member gave him for the festival. So he's running around with probably a couple bucks, trying to play the games, get the treats, doing all that kind of stuff. He's just having a good time, enjoying the lights, enjoying the snow, enjoying the beauty of it.
Yeah, nice. And Garrett, what is Frank doing?
He's also kind of enjoying himself, but like I mentioned, he is very weary of Brady still. So he's just like out of the corner. He's making sure to keep him like out of the corner of his eye at all times. Just watching him,
So-
waiting.
At one point, as Frank is walking along, something you just see it out of the corner of your eye, and you turn and look, and there's one of those carnival games where you can like shoot at targets, and the targets are specifically like little Krampuses, just like little pop-up target Krampuses. Would you like to play?
Absolutely.
All right, so going up, the guy, charges you the dollar or whatever to play, and now this is literally just a chance to practice getting to know the system and doing moves and stuff. Go ahead and do the move entitled Deck Some Halls.
Gotcha.
And we're gonna do it ranged. Oh, it's interesting, your ability.
So it's a success.
So not only is it a success, it's a major success, and I just realized that I goofed. Go ahead and do it as a success, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like with Frank, he's just like very like cocky and arrogant when it comes to like the shooting range stuff. And so it's like he's just like zipping back and forth through the targets, just landing shots left and right, and like very arrogantly, as he's about to shoot the last one, he like breaks eye contact, looks at the person, shoots it, and hits it.
Nice.
Just asserting all sort of dominance when it comes to the shooting range.
Yeah, no, that's definitely the Frank I know. And then what is Conrad up to?
I think Conrad's watching and just kind of looking around, and he's getting into some of the less airplane elements of Top Gun, where it's thinking about more the military side of things. And so for his birthday, he recently got a BB gun, and he's kind of just like, like as a kid, looking around, keeping an eye out, playing out scenarios in your head where you can be a hero. And he's thinking through all the ways he could like surprise someone if anyone tries anything crazy, or if anyone tries to steal from them or something like that. So he's kind of walking around with his chest out and his head held high, and then he sees Frank go over and just completely like destroy this game, and just kind of like pulls up his collar a little bit and just goes in a different direction, like puts his sunglasses back on, and is grateful that there's so many Christmas lights so that he can still actually see when it's so dark out.
When you said the other aspects of Top Gun, I thought you were going to say beach volleyball, and I was like, this isn't the time or place.
Oh, maybe over the summer, but summer never gets here. It's the opposite of Phineas and Ferb.
On Starlight, Glen.
104 days of
Excuse me.
No volleyball.
snowfall.
Always winter,
Volleyball is-
always Christmas.
I hate to tell you guys this. Volleyball is actually a winter sport in a lot of places because it's indoor volleyball. But
In the
Oh,
words
is
of
beach volleyball a winter sport?
not that one. The indoor one where you're not outside.
I've already made a Patrick joke once, but that also had very strong, like, is mayonnaise an instrument? Like, vibes to it, the way you asked that.
In the
So-
words of Timmy Turner, I wish every day could be Christmas.
You're a monster.
Come to Starlight Glen. So Andrew, as you're walking along, you see someone doing like the cup and balls game where they're moving them around, and you're positive that you followed it to the like you've tracked the right ball, like you've tracked the right cup, and then he lifts it up and it wasn't there. Would you like to try to like figure out the scam?
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
I also would like to know, just for context, is it like a little kid who's playing this game or like an adult that's getting scammed?
Oh, like, that's a good question. Which one matters more to you?
Conrad would be particularly more upset if it was a kid getting ripped off, you know?
This
like some-
this grown man is tearing this kid to shreds.
Ooh.
All right, I would definitely like to make a roll for that.
Yeah. So, I think the closest one that we're gonna be looking for. Oh, by the way, internet, if you're still listening, I ripped a lot of these pretty directly from the Root role playing game and Monster of the Week. So, huge shout out to those guys for being those guys. I think probably the closest one you're gonna look for is Unwrap a Mystery. Yeah. So, Andrew, you're watching this guy, and you're positive that he's scamming people, but you can't find it. Maybe if you'd rolled better, you could have found it.
I would like to I'd like to roll up, and you tell me if I need to just do something different. So I'm gonna roll up, and Conrad has his BB gun. It's like a little short, like pistol BB gun, but he doesn't want to be too conspicuous about it. So he thinks, you know what's the best idea ever? I'm going to hide it in a tiny little like gift wrap bag, so no one like will see it. No one will see it coming. And so he reaches into his pocket to be intimidated because he knows this kid's getting ripped off. So he says, "Listen here, sir. You need to." And he unwraps what was supposed to be a gift for Frank, and then stuffs it back in the bag, pulls up his collar again, shoves on his sunglasses, and runs away.
Great. Yeah. So you assume that he's getting scammed. Honestly, at this point, you don't even know, right? Maybe the kid's just a loser. But
Saying
yeah.
at this
So
Dang, tell me how you really feel
No.
about him.
well, he's a loser. No, I'm done insulting this kid who doesn't exist. But yeah. So you do that. I did mean to ask Garrett, what prize does Frank pick?
What do they have to offer?
What prize does he pick?
Oh, dang it. It's Christmas themed, so I'm imagining there's probably like a big or like a Yeti or
Oh,
maybe
absolutely.
yeah, he goes straight for that one.
He leaves the Krampus ones behind.
He's too scared of him.
Yeah. So you guys are just going through the festival. That's that. Having a good time. And yeah, is there anything else you want to do or see before you go home? The world is your oyster.
I think Conrad is going to go use his money mostly to go get himself some hot chocolate to warm up, and then maybe also look for a last minute gift for Grandma.
As you're walking along, you're walking along, and just out of the corner of your eye, you're kind of passing by like a hill, and just out of the corner of your eye, you see a guy just laying there, very still. And then you turn and look, and there's nothing there. What do you do, Brady?
I was just
What are you doing?
enjoying the tree, specifically looking at the different ornaments and the different shapes and sizes and colors.
Right. As you look at the tree, go ahead and we'll say so. I've added a utility move. We talked about this before we recorded, called Roll Some Bones.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead and roll some bones and do wonder for me. Nice.
11.
Yeah. You're standing there looking at the tree, and you notice next to you there's there's a dude just kind of standing, staring up at it.
This is
And
Brady
you're-
we're talking about. He would want to talk to him.
Sure. Well, before you go try to talk to him, you hear him say, like, you're pretty sure you hear him say under his breath, I wonder how that tastes. And then you go up to try to talk to him, and he just
Hey,
gets startled and runs away.
I heard you saying you wondered how they don't taste good. I've tried.
Thank you. And then just gone.
I legitimately yelled that. I wonder what my family is thinking downstairs.
That's
Oh,
really
he's just
funny.
filming one of those podcast episodes again.
What kind of podcast does he do?
Garrett, what is Frank doing? Are there any foods that Frank is going to try to get while he's out and about?
I mean, I think I mentioned last time, I have the thing pulled up here. His like favorite food is like no-bake cookies. So he's just like on the hunt for those. Unfortunately, I don't think a lot of people really, I mean, some people might still make them. I have not seen them in a while in my personal life.
Really?
So, yeah, which is a sad
We
day.
make 'em every
But
year.
I wish I made them a lot. But I feel like he's hadn't seen it, so he's just kind of like at this point just looking for food in general. He's hungry. So
Yeah. So you make your way over to. I think it's safe to assume that Frank likes like meat, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So you make your way. What kind of meat is Frank gonna try to like? Is he like a deer jerky guy?
I was gonna say deer jerky, 100%.
burgers.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeti jerky.
That's what he thinks it is. He Frank is one of the ones that he thinks that venison. He's young enough that he thinks that venison is not deer. It's like something else. So he's like, yeah.
No. And I mean the vendor, like it's this big, it's got this big sign on top that's like real Yeti meat, like the best Yeti meat
Right.
north of
He's
the
like
Mississippi.
done. Yeah.
Yeah. And so like you go there, you get it. And as tell you what, you go ahead and roll with Wonder too.
Okay.
Roll some bones with Wonder.
Okay, so when you say with wonder, that's just roll I'm just making sure here. That's just roll some bones, just do it normal, right?
Click roll some bones, and then it'll prompt you, and then you click Wonder.
Oh, okay. Thank you. The exact same thing I rolled last time, which is 9.
Nice. So as you're walking along, you kind of begin to hear some like gasps or like, what? Huh? What? And you kind of turn around and look, and then you turn back just in time to see a piece of your jerky just like flying out of your bag, and then like almost like pulled away on a string.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, he's very confused
Mhm.
and also a little upset because he's like, "That's my food." Like, and
That's my jerky.
he like that's my what? That's my protein. And so he just kind of like starts taking off towards it.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, where will my gains come from now?
Just smash my finger.
So you run after it, and when you get caught up to it, you kind of find this strange little man, and he says, "Oh, thank you," and just runs off before you know it.
I mean, I'm still furious because now I'm even more mad that it was for sure stolen.
That it wasn't, that the jerky had a mind of its own.
Yeah,
That would make more sense.
in the end, it's Imagine it's just this little guy with a fish hook, just like like reels it in and runs off. So not thrilled.
Yeah. So you guys have all seen someone, and try as you might, like you're looking around, and other people, you're just have it like other people are mentioning like, what is going on here? But before you know it, it's the end of the festival, and it's time to go back to Grandma's house.
As you guys are looking for me so that we can head back to Grandma's house, you catch me licking one of the ornaments.
Stop that. I'm watching you, Brady. Stop it.
On the other side of the tree, there's someone just like aggressively licking a spoon. All right, we're going to Grandma's house.
Oh, hey.
Ooh, cozy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Shame those aren't no-bake cookies there on the ground.
I bet they haven't been baked.
It's just cookie dough. It's just raw pucks of cookie dough sitting on the ground.
Yeah.
It's just
They're
like grandma used to make.
They're covered in ash from being that close to the fireplace.
Any cookie's a no-bake cookie if you're brave enough.
Makes
So now you
safe
guys are
eat
back
dough.
home, or back at grandma's place. She's made cookies, milk, tea, just like pulled out all the stops, and yeah, everything's going great. When all of a sudden, as kind of the fire is sort of
Slowly dying.
slowly dying, Angela and Gage said at the same time, as the fire is slowly dying, all of a sudden you hear a thump from the fireplace.
Santa.
No, it's probably the neighbor Bruce falling down the chimney again.
Why does he
Something
keep
Bruce.
doing that again?
I'm sorry, what?
I'll tell you when you're older. He and Grandma. Never mind. I'll tell you when you're older.
Wait, Conrad,
Who do you think
we should move on from that?
Who do you think
Okay.
the fifth stocking is for? Brady.
Hey Brady, you ever heard the song I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus? Yeah, we saw grandma kissing Santa Claus,
If you
okay?
combine that with
Kissing
Grandma got run
Bruce.
over by a reindeer, you get kind of the right ballpark.
Yeah.
Um
Anyways, you hear a thump from the fireplace. Do you want to investigate it?
Of course, it's either Santa or Bruce. Either way, it's going to be a good time.
Well, guess what? It's not. It's an elf.
Oh,
and so
Frank
he's
gears
just-
up for battle.
Oh yeah,
He's
we've
just
got
there in
bad
the fireplace.
memories.
Hold up. So one, first of all, you said fire's mostly going out, but also when you say elf, we're not talking Lord of the Rings. We're talking like tiny person.
Like, we're talking like Christmas
Like
elf.
Santa elf.
Right. So like how big? Conrad
I'm
needs
think-
to rationalize this in
I'm
any
thinking
way, admitting that it's an elf.
I'm thinking like of the elves from Elf. Like they are just shorter human beings.
I'm thinking of the guys who a year ago tried to jump us with some like sharp candy canes and snowball cannons.
Those
And I'm
games are
just
good.
like,
Dope.
Hence why Frank is
cast.
very upset right now and ready to go to war.
I'm just like, man, I wish I had my Krampus shard.
Man, I hadn't decided whether they look like children, like in the Santa Claus, or they're like small adults. I think either way, Conrad can rationalize it. We'll go ahead and say that the elves look like small adults.
All right. Rationalizing it, it's the same actors from last year that attacked us.
Yeah. So he's immediately like, no. I'm so sorry. I'm one of the good ones. Santa told me to come get you guys to help. He said you guys would help. He said that you guys know how to save Christmas. Can you save Christmas?
I mean,
Also, it's December 23rd.
We've
So it's
done it
kinda dire.
before, so of course we can.
Okay.
okay.
Can you put the weapons down though?
I wasn't holding a weapon.
I feel like Conrad looks at his hand and realizes he's like tightly gripping one of the like fire pokers and is like, yeah, he just puts it in like the milk teapot or whatever is right there to douse
Yeah.
it.
I'm just imagining like Conrad slowly putting his down and then like Frank slowly raising his like higher. Like
Yeah.
Brady's like grabbing my hands and like trying to lower them and I'm like, no. I'm like
Okay, well, you're not gonna like stab me unprovoked, like attack me unprovoked, right? Are we at least that good?
Yeah.
I mean, probably.
you're good for now.
You
You're good for now.
okay? So here's the deal. Santa, they came in, but we don't know where they came from. We don't know how many there are. We don't. Santa is. He's been kidnapped, and he's at the workshop. They've taken over the workshop, and we need your help. Can you help us?
Yeah?
Cool.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's not really kind of the can-do attitude that I like. He could have sent me to literally anyone, and
I don't
he
know.
chose
if my
you,
grandma-
apparently.
Yeah,
none
but
of his- grandma that signed us up for this program or what, but I'll have a talk with her next year. We'd like to opt out. I was looking forward to just relaxing and playing some Flight Simulator, maybe watching Top Gun again. But fine, we'll do the Christmas thing.
You could have gone to anyone,
He-
but has anyone saved Christmas before?
That's the question.
He says, Conrad, do you really need to watch Top Gun for the 8th time this week?
I mean,
What day is it currently?
Tuesday.
listen, little man, that is a very arrogant thing to say to someone who's going to be a pilot one day.
Okay.
Your ego is writing checks that your body can't cash, all right?
I just want you guys to help us. I have no ego. I just wish most children would love this opportunity. Like, hey, I get to say somehow Santa sent me to the 3 kids. Well, sorry, Brady, we're good. 2 kids who just don't love Christmas. What? Okay. Anyways, all that to say, it's been taken over. We need your help. I have a floor plan, and I can show it to you guys, and we can make a plan. But we really need to get Santa. We need to save Santa. Can you help? Will you help? Not can you help? I trust you can. Will you? I don't trust that.
Oh,
Yes.
100%.
Okay, I guess
Reluctantly, yes.
for Brady, I guess.
All right.
Just-
Well,
You're doing it for me?
Stabbing anymore.
okay. So, anyways, let's just. All right. Well, let's just. I'll pull up the floor plan. I'll grab it, and let's figure this thing out. And he just happens to have a floor plan of Santa's workshop. All right, you guys see
Oh.
Andrew, so help me.
I clicked on the person this time, I swear.
Quit clicking.
What if
No,
use
I forgive you.
pencil tool? Will the pencil tool be any better?
Hey, guys,
No.
your Christmas present is us having a time.
Mid episode chaos.
Simply having a Christmas time. So he says, all right, so here's what I got. I don't know where he is. This is only the first floor. There's a second floor too. And so he says, all right, so here's the thing. I don't know where they came from. But I think that if you're trying to get in, I want to set you guys up for success. There are a few options. One, this is the main entrance. That's how we get in. So that's cool. That's there. Boom, there it is. Yeah, you're onto it. So that's one possible entrance. Now this next one, I do love it. There is the chimney. You guys, pretty funny. You could take the chimney. So there's that. And honestly, we've got pretty good. If they've taken over completely, we've got pretty good security, and so they could be watching on the cameras. And I honestly don't know what the best way in is about that, or what to do. So I don't know what to do. Chimney hot.
I was gonna put a hot drop, but I was like, I've already got two. It's too big.
That's funny. I think that's a camera, right? Is that a camera? That's a camera.
That's a camera.
And you're a camera.
So the cameras are just in the sleigh and cargo room, and then 2 in the toy zone.
And the main entrance.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's one in the main entrance.
And the main entrance.
Okay. So our least camera option is to come in through the library.
Do the hot drop.
Do the hot drop.
He says, we do call it the hot drop. That's pretty good. Well, don't forget, there's another option. And so this is where the sleigh comes out. And it could be where you guys go in.
We just need to disable that camera first. Wait, this is Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that one.
What?
Well, it's the most open door.
But
It is closed.
You said
Remember-
you don't know where Santa is, right?
Canonically, Brady can't read. So
Do not. That's really funny. Do not know where Santa is. That's correct.
Okay. So there's if we all go in the same spot and we all get caught together, that kind of it's game over. We done fast. or we got to spend a lot of time hunting around. I think maybe we could split up, all go different directions. That always works well in the movies.
And it works especially well in D&D.
Yeah, you know, like
Famously.
why work together when you can do things individually? I'm pretty sure someone said that. So we could do that, and that would be cool. I could also just, stay behind and be surveillance or something. But maybe we don't go in through the main entrance, is all I'm saying. Like, unless we got lots of like guns or something, I don't think we're making it through the main entrance.
He
Well,
says,
what
"Oh,
if?
by the way, here's a gun." That's a joke. We tell those.
I was gonna
Welcome
say,
to-
like,
We are American.
we don't know where Santa is, but that doesn't mean that there's something there to kill us.
That's true. What I will say is there were a lot of very angry men that were kind of weird.
Oh, what kind of weird?
Describe weird.
There was this guy as he's raiding the place, he's like aggressively licking a spoon. Like I've seen, like I've licked a spoon before, and not like it wasn't like it. It was a lot. It was a lot.
Did I notice the guy licking the spoon earlier, or did it just happen while I was licking an ornament?
Either way is fine. We'll say you
I
did.
think he said we all saw it.
I saw a guy licking a spoon earlier, kind of aggressively.
I bet it was the same guy. Has there?
It's rare that I see
I mean-
someone licking a spoon like that.
Did one of them have a piece of Yeti jerky?
As a matter of fact, he did, and like a little. It looked like he had a little hook that he was using to catch stuff with.
Hmm.
Does that sound familiar to you?
Yep.
Guys, it must be their
Yes.
brothers.
Sure.
So that's the first floor. Let me go ahead and show you guys the second floor too.
Oh, you know what,
Yes.
guys? I think I've got a great idea. Brady,
Yeah.
you really wanted to go in through the sleigh cargo area, right? And then we get right by to where the reindeer are, yeah?
Yeah.
I think we know a guy on the inside. I'm already wearing aviators, and I'm going to take out another pair of aviators as I say a guy on the inside. And in Conrad's mind, he's flashing back to his reindeer friend Goose from
Mm.
last year, who I believe canonically just flew off into the sunset kind of thing. And he's having a flashback at that moment, and no one else sees anything. He just holds the sunglasses there for a second, doesn't say anything else, and then puts them away. Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, let's look at the second floor here. I think
Oh, the second floor is big.
there we are.
No, it's not.
Yeah. It's a big old L.
Ah,
It's that Tetris piece that always gets you.
that was my nickname in high school.
The Tetris piece that always gets you.
Yep.
Did they at least abbreviate it or something, man? That's rough.
I can see Gage's mind going, the Tetris piece.
TTPAGYA.
TTPTTAGT.
Yo, what up, Addington?
All right, so there is one other option for getting in this place, and that is the mail chute. The mail comes in, but I think you guys could fit. There's only one way to find out.
I feel like there's a few ways to find out.
You don't see
Yeah,
that
guys-
giant red line going from the security camera?
I do see the red line with this.
I see a big old teal line.
Yeah, you might need to refresh as well.
Yeah, I see all the stuff that I did now.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm
I
just deleting all the drawings. We'll try again from the top.
Can
Okay.
we start from the bottom so that we can say started from the bottom, now we're here?
Now we're here.
Still at the bottom. Contrary to what you might think, this is our first time using this program together.
What were you trying to wreck?
The program we're using to play this game.
Hey, leave me alone.
How big is the mailroom? It's that big. Okay,
Mhm.
good. What about this map room? How big is the map? Yes, okay. But if the map room is that big, the
Andrew.
mailroom is that big, then Santa's office must be just as I thought. It's that big.
I took a drink of Gatorade as you did that, and I about spit my drink out because he's already almost beat you once.
All right. So that's everything I know. I don't know where. I bet there are more bad guys. Is my assumption. I just kind of got out of there. We don't know where they came from. We don't know where they went. So good luck, I guess. What I will say, I was running away, and I think they've got a big animal with them. Some real big animal.
Really? How big we
So
talking?
you
Yeah.
don't know where they came from or where they went. So is this Cotton Eye Joe?
So right.
Okay.
And he just kind of disappears in a puff of smoke.
I'm sorry, guys. I think I broke him.
And they says, "Wait, so sorry. I did forget. I know last time Santa, like, he said that you guys had these like wands or whatever. Those weren't in the budget this year, but I did manage to steal one of his sacks, and so I guess you can have that if you want it. And you can reach in there and pull out a random magical item.
Oh, heck yes. Do I have to roll for that?
No.
I'm going to reach in there
What
and
do you
pull out
want?
a random magical item.
What do you want?
Yeah.
You said random. I'm
Well,
going random.
I hope you wanted a starry plush kitten.
Yes. It's exactly what I wanted for Christmas this year.
I would also, I think once I see Brady pull something out of the sack, I would also like to try and grab something. And I'm a little bit excited, but I'm also planning to be skeptical.
Andrew, you reach into the bag and you pull, and it's like pretty heavy. Go ahead and roll with brawn for me. Yeah, just roll some bones with brawn.
I tried to make the plush kitten in the middle of the screen there, and I think I made a rat.
I'm going to zoom in on it to confirm.
Yeah, whatever that is an abomination.
No, that's like a mix between a mouse and a cat. I'll take it.
All right, you rolled a 9, and so you go ahead and pull it out, and you into Grandma's
Oh.
house out of this bag. You pull out a Misty swing set, and now there's just a whole dang swing set.
Okay.
I reach in next? Question mark.
Sure. The elf says, "Merry Christmas."
Okay.
You pull out. It's light. It's really simple. Just a kid's microscope.
Okay.
So I guess you can start a fire if you want to.
I guess so. Yeah. All right.
So, yeah, he says, "All right, guys, this is really cool and all, but the point is that you would use these. You really can't use the swing set. How about these holly trimmed foam darts? Here you are." And he just kind of gives you some darts. He lets you keep the bag though. He says, "All right, you guys should really be on your way. Let's get to the workshop."
Our notes stayed.
They did.
Yay.
Andrew, I am going to go ahead and have.
I think, therefore I am.
Amen.
I am think, therefore.
I am think.
I thought, therefore it happened.
I'm about to do something really stupid. I think not.
Oh,
Amen.
you idiot. I was like, I don't get it. Oh, got it. Okay. My dog does not.
Gage, have you ever read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
No, but I own it.
Or maybe I'm thinking of something else, but I'm pretty sure there's a line there about someone making that kind of joke about vanishing in a puff of logic. They just reasoned themselves out of existence.
It's possible.
So, anyways, you guys are here, and let me go ahead and put your people in there.
What do you mean, your people?
Oh, you know what I mean.
Okay.
Look at these dudes.
We're actually in this adventure, only like an hour in, and we're finally in kind of the meat and potatoes.
Yay.
All right, so you guys, he drops you off, like brings you there. You still do have the sack of goodies. Also, I marked down that Gage had his kitten. I didn't mark down anything else as far as items go. So if anything like really good comes up, we'll keep track of it. Otherwise, just keep it in your head, I guess. But anyways, you guys are walking up to it, and the wind chills your face as you approach the largest wood cabin you've ever seen in your life. You feel and hear the crunch of the snow as you draw closer and closer. Suddenly, And could you guys all roll some bones with brawn real quick?
Well,
dang.
So
mine wasn't bad. 10.
yeah, Frank had a success. Conrad complications. Me partial success.
So you're walking along, and all of a sudden,
Your phone is
Conrad
dead.
slips on some ice. Just at a glance, it seems to be like a footprint or like a shoe print that has since frozen over. But why is it that big? In the windows, you can see the bright, festive place that you've always dreamed of, except it's not. Tonight should be one of the busiest nights of the year, but instead of the hustle and bustle and clanging of toy hammers, there's only silence. Suddenly, in the distance, you hear a banging noise, constant and rhythmic. Bang, bang, bang.
Guys, this
do you
reminds me
guys
of
do?
the Billy and Mandy special about Christmas, where Santa got turned into a vampire, but it turned out he was secretly married to one.
All right, guys, I'm back.
All
I've
right.
scouted the perimeter, and I've determined the floor is slippery.
Hey, nerd, did you fall over more while walking around?
Okay, so
I know what you're doing.
what do you
I was
guys
just
do?
investigating the footprint.
What you were investigating the footprint.
Yes, with
Go-
my bat.
Yeah. Would you like to investigate the footprint?
I would now that I have fallen on the ground. Is that rolling
Yeah.
bones or is that wrap a mystery?
Go ahead and unwrap a mystery. Let's get some practice with this. Well, there's definitely a footprint on the ground. If anyone else wants to join, I'll let them.
I'll try.
You just slip and fall a bunch more.
I want to try as well.
Frank,
Garrett,
you picked
just
wreck something.
Wreck something. I succeeded in unwrapping a mystery.
Well, my unwrap also succeeded.
All right.
Poor Conrad.
I just can't roll. It's the
So-
sunglasses, man.
That's so true. You can ask any of these questions, really. So you can ask them about the footprint or just about this situation that you're in. Technically, within root, this move is called like read a tent situation or something like that. And so it's like,
Gotcha.
what's my best way out /in/through? That's like something is happening. What's my way out of here? Is what it normally would be. But like, I think it's fair to ask what's your best way out and through or stuff like that.
So I'm specifically caught up on the footprint because I believe it belongs
Yeah.
to the famous cryptid Mothman. And, because it's a big footprint, obviously, Mothman. Who's in control here?
Tell you what, we can also think of it. We can frame it up as what is the biggest threat, right? Or what should you be on the lookout for? There are a few different ways that we can kind of frame it up. And tell you what, we can just let these roles kind of guide as you're kind of searching around the perimeter. We can let these roles kind of guide that.
Okay.
So, Gage, you're looking at the ground, and you see a bunch of footprints that are just like kind of little size, but like they're shoe prints. Yeah, like maybe like weird little, almost like, I don't know. Yeah, they're just shoe prints is what you see. But as you look around, you kind of find the exact spot where Conrad tripped, and you notice is that a cat's paw print? But it's like massive, like really really big.
Guys,
Big cats.
it's a Siberian tiger. I read about those once. Well, I saw pictures of them once in a book.
I think I've seen one of those in
Brady,
Ice Age.
I thought you can't read, Brady.
It was a picture book.
He
Wait,
watched
then
Ice
how do
Age.
you know it's called a Siberian tiger if you can't read?
That's what Grandma told me.
And now you just kind of can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
She also told me they're notorious as being one of the only animals that holds a grudge.
I thought that was crows.
I said one of, I didn't say the only.
I thought that was my third grade teacher, Miss Townsend, who was kind of a jerk. Wait, it's me. Hey, Miss Townsend. Yeah, so there are big cats about.
Okay. I say we get inside because I don't like I don't like being out in the open when there's big cats about.
Yeah,
How
That's
many
from the
times
movie
have you
Top
been in
Gun.
that situation?
that's from the movie Top Gun. That's funny. Yeah, so there are big cats about. You still hear that kind of constant banging noise in the distance.
I would like to try to. We're planning on going in through the chimney, right?
Yeah.
So I would like to try and climb up this wall so I can go in through the chimney.
So it's a wooden wall, and what I will
Oh.
say is it's like a log cabin. So like in theory, you could like maybe get the right handholds. Actually, go ahead and one other thing that I want to emphasize about the cat paw prints is that as you're walking along, you see a pair of like these almost humanoid like shoe prints, right? Walking along, and they kind of make their way around to where the door is, but then at some point, kind of near the building, the cat prints just stop,
Whoa.
Guys, it's a
almost as
werecat.
if it like jumped up onto something.
Guys, I think that cat's a warehouse and it turned into this.
Okay.
Anyways, your easiest way to the chimney is, assuming you want to know the best way out and through,
Yeah.
your easiest way to the chimney is going to be probably jumping up on top of the like this little main entrance area and then up on top of the roof because it's like
Alright.
2 stories.
Okay, let's go. Let's go jump on top of the main entrance area.
Let's go
So,
jump on a
as
roof.
you guys come up near the door,
Ooh.
you recognize
That's a door.
that it's a door. No, you realize that the sound that you're hearing, the constant banging, is that one of those strange folks is just there, like slamming the door, opening it up, slamming it again, opening it up, slamming it again, and the whole time he's just like he's giddy, like he is having a real good time.
Dad?
And there's a guy, another one next to him, that's just kind of smelling the door frame, just little whiffs. Do you guys want to try to confront them, sneak around them? What's your approach here?
I want to know what they are.
I have those little what'd you say? They were like holly sharpened darts. I'm just gonna chuck one at the guy opening and closing the door. And like try to time it right when it opens to just like get him not like the face, but just right in the chest.
Let me.
I'm assuming these are game pieces, so I don't actually think it's going to be harmful to this person. I think it's all acting, which means I just have to hit him with it and he'll probably go down.
Holly's pretty sharp, my man.
I don't know enough about
Yeah.
Christmas. Man.
Go ahead and roll to deck some holes. They'll be ranged.
Check the halls with pointed
Holly
weapons.
Oh,
darts.
go ahead. And,
What was
Partial
that?
success.
I'm gonna just kind of move you guys back a little ways so that I can throw these guys in here too. And then I can play it like it's combat or whatever.
Mortal Kombat?
Sure. Gage,
Sorry,
you
it's
said you want to
copyrighted.
know what they are, right?
Yeah.
Since you guys still have points you're spending on unwrapping a mystery, I'm gonna say that you feel like you've got like you don't know if it's just something about them or what the deal is, but like they almost seem like Icelandic. That's weird. And they're wearing like pretty peculiar clothing, almost tunics, but like matching. It's like they've almost got like a uniform together.
Guys, I
maybe you
think
can
they're-
figure out more about them later.
I think they're Icelandic elves.
What does that
Okay.
mean, Brady? What are you
Icelandic
even
tunic
talking-
wearers. I think they're Icelandic tunic wearers.
I was going to ask where you read that, and then I realized how that sounds. So I don't know where you got that. Please stop watching YouTube videos about cryptids.
I'll never
All right.
stop.
Windigoon.
So you impale this dude, right? Just a little. And then
Impale him
he
just a little. Isn't that just stabbing?
well, you threw it at him.
I mean, Needles impale
impales
you.
in him.
He's just like, oh,
Yeah.
I've been impaled.
I've been impaled. Did you get the guy on the right or left, or like top or bottom?
Top.
Sweet, that's the
Yeah.
guy injured. And then he's immediately gonna turn around and just say, "What?" And
What?
then he like that didn't hurt him too much, and he's really
Ooh.
enjoying what he's doing. So he's just gonna keep slamming on the door and giggling about it.
Must have
And
been
he
the
says,
wind.
"If you do that again, we'll get the cat out here, and you'll regret it."
Oh, I think that was a clue. Brady, I think it's time to let the cat out of the bag. Didn't you get a cat? Is that not what he's talking about?
Oh, yes, I have a cat. I pull out my starry plush kitten.
What do you do with it?
I examine it to see if there's a button I need to push for it to become the cat.
You do find a button.
I push the
And
button.
you push the button, and it just goes. And the guy on top turns around and says, "All right, that's enough of that. You think you can come here and mock us? And now you've got beef." So, Frank, what are you gonna do?
I aim for the bottom one with my
Mhm.
slingshot.
Using your slingshot? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and do it.
Wreck something?
No. Deck some holes.
Should be a 9, yeah.
Oh yeah, a 10 actually. Oh, you marked it up. Great. No, you didn't. So it's technically a 10. So it's even a whole success
what marks what marks it up? Why did it go to a 10?
because you have your ability for like slingshot expertise.
Oh, it's +2, so it goes to an 11 then. Because
Is
I
that
already
plus
have
2? I thought it was just plus 1.
I have 2 in brawn, so it goes to an 11.
Shoot, dang. All right, let me pull it up.
I'm
here
a
so I can
strong
get the,
boy.
You're a strong boy. Yeah. So essentially, you're gonna do 1 damage to him, but then you're gonna have a choice, and then you can decide to either inflict more damage or like gain an advantage somehow, or like for you or a teammate, or you can like make the hit so good that he moves away. Or you get to choose 2 of the following. Sorry.
Okay, so I get the 1 extra damage, and I get 2 of the following on that list. Okay, got it. Conrad, you've not gone yet.
I mean, Conrad started the fight.
Oh, that's right.
Sort of.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to inflict 1 more on the enemy.
So you've already inflicted
1.
2. Or sorry, yeah.
1. So it's
Yeah,
going to
so you
inflict 2
inflict
now.
2. Yeah.
And then I'm going to give Conrad a +1.
Cool.
Nice.
I will probably waste it.
Oh, well, you
That's
need
all right.
it.
All right, and now the guy on the bottom is gonna be like, well, that's really not very kind of you. Get him! And so the guy on the bottom is gonna charge right here. And I'm sorry, this is just how I moved you guys, so I do apologize if this is not how you would be moved.
What? No, he's just not close enough.
And Frank, he's gonna swing
That's
at you.
Brady.
Go ahead and roll some bones with no, don't roll bones. He's just gonna fight you. He's gonna attack you. And he's gonna do 1 tier damage to you. So he just comes up, he punches you, and he's really, really not pleased.
Got it.
So go ahead and mark 1 cheer.
I did.
Yeah, and then this guy, he's a little upset with Conrad.
I'm not here. Conrad's not here. Oh no, I've been stopped.
He paused the game.
But you're still under there and I can't get to you.
Oh no, I'm under.
Frank.
I'll
Oh,
move to
I
where I'm
see.
supposed to. Promise.
All right, so he's gonna come fight you, and then he's gonna do 1 tier damage as well, because he is not pleased with you. So go ahead and mark a cheer on your character sheet. If you have it pulled up on your phone already, it'll be nice and easy to just mark the button.
That's right. I already got it on my computer very quickly. I should
Okay,
add.
cool, great. Yeah, and now Conrad, it is gonna be your turn.
I think Conrad's like, oh, I guess we're supposed to fight these guys. So I would like to try and pull something out. Actually, can I pull out the swing set that I had and use that as a weapon?
We're gonna assume that the swing set is still at Grandma's place. But we can say that you got like a chain from one of the swings, and you can like swing it around and try to do some damage that way.
Ghost
I'll
Rider.
take. I will take the chain.
Sweet.
Dexam Hall, correct?
Yeah.
Actually, if I get a chain, can I try to like do a? Well, let me remember what my stats are before I say anything like that. Remind me what merriment is. How that?
Oh, it's just being happy.
That is
Yeah,
your
I can't-
charisma.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, I think. Tell me if this is allowed. Oh, that wasn't me. I didn't do nothing.
Oh, that was an accident.
Allowed. I would like to point up on the roof and try to. There's a thing here that says, was it trick an NPC? I want to
Yeah.
go, look, Santa, and then try to duck between them and tie their ankle, like the ankle of one and the ankle of the other together with a chain.
Okay, go ahead and roll trick an NPC.
Come on.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
So that's just a 9. I don't get anything added to that except the +1 that Frank just gave me. So that bumps it up to a 10,
Yeah.
which just makes it a full success, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So what I'll say is just they take the bait, they do what you want, and so they both they're like, what? And so they look up, like he shouldn't be out here. He should be. And then you slide under their legs. Or well, go ahead and roll do spy stuff for me. Okay, so you get the choice. You succeed. You're gonna do it successfully. Man, that's a huge thing. I kind of worked on this over time. So you're either going to do it, but it's going to like take a lot out of you, and like you're going to have we'll say -1 on your next 2 rolls, or you can't have your cake and eat it too, and I'll just choose the consequence. So I'll tell you what. So either like you do it and like no consequences other than you've got limited rolls, or you're going to tie them up, but they're like at least one of them is going to get a swing at you and going to do some more damage to you.
I'll just say I'll take the -1 to the next 2 rolls. I imagine as I do that, I'm like sneaking past over here as I tied them up.
That's great. So you like make your way around them and then like
Yeah.
really quickly tie them with a chain, which is really difficult to do, I assume. But you did spy stuff, and so now they're kind of tied up, and they're just like they're a little stuck together. What are you guys? What's the game plan?
This reminds me of the unnamed the relatively unknown sequel to Top Gun: Mission Impossible. Has the same main character and everything.
Amen. What are you gonna do about that?
I think Conrad just starts to like, you, what? You like, I'll attribute that to part of my -1s is that Brady has just said something that makes my
made him
brain
flustered.
rip itself apart, and I can't think straight for at least my next 2 moves.
But I haven't done anything. Can I do something real quick? I know they're tied up. Am I
Yeah,
aware
I mean,
that I can do
they're-
magic at this point?
Yeah. No, I mean, go for it. So the elf forgot to mention. He's like, by the way, this is a really dire time, so we've turned on the Christmas magic for you guys. So you should go ahead and try it.
So
if you happen to get 2 people helpless.
I've been looking at the effects. I want to try one of them. If it succeeds.
The elf is our tutorial menu. He just like pops in randomly, like, "Hey, you're gonna do this," and then pops back out.
Okay, so it's a partial success.
So you're gonna choose an effect and a glitch.
Okay, so
well, sorry, yeah, and I'll decide what effect the glitch has.
I'm going to summon a monster into the world.
I will say there are some things that fall under like big magic and are too big.
I was going
with
to
your
pick
limited
a
expertise.
gorilla.
I'm going to say that falls under
Too big. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to unmark 1 cheer for Conrad.
Great. And what I will say is that. So you get to pick the glitch. Sorry.
My glitch is mark 1 cheer.
Yeah. So you are able to heal Conrad, and so Conrad should be back I guess to full, and it works. But like you almost feel some of like your energy, life force, etc., cheer draining out of you So you're like giving what he's getting. So yeah, and now this guy on the top
Oh, I thought that would
who is
affect
tied
him.
up,
Like I heal him
but
for
still
one, but
has
it heals him, but it damages him too.
what was that?
I thought it would. I thought both were going to affect him. Like he
That's
heals him,
funny.
but then damages him too.
Oh, I feel great.
Uh,
Back pain.
Yeah. No. Now this top guy is gonna swing.
Did you say
at
Top Gun? Did you say Top Gun? Did you say Top Gun? Oh no, sorry.
this
he said
top
Top
guy is gonna swing at Frank and gonna get him. That's gonna be another cheer for Frank. And then bottom guy is gonna swing at you, Conrad. I guess we'll say that we'll shift that. I'll give you guys a chance to try to react. Go ahead and roll with Braun. Roll some bones with Braun.
All
Oh,
three of
whoops.
us.
Just
Yes,
the
sir.
two of you. So what I will say is that you guys are both going to get like a punch in.
Okay.
So you're both going to mark a cheer still, but the top guy with that punch just kind of he's knocked out. He just kind of falls asleep. That's that. And the bottom guy, well, he's not asleep, but he's feeling it and he's kind of tied up, but it's kind of awkward. He's tied up, but like now the person that he's tied to just fell asleep. So he's kind of awkwardly slumped over with that guy as well. And what's Conrad going to do?
I think Conrad's going to see him looking like like. So the first guy fell asleep or just was like fell unconscious.
He got knocked out.
Okay. I think Conrad is going to pull out one of the several packages I had in my jacket, and it's just like it was chocolate that I got for Brady, but I actually ate half of it, and that's why I haven't given it to him yet or put it in his stocking. And I say, and I'd like to try and persuade the guy, I will give you all of the chocolate in this bag if you pretend to be knocked out with your buddy.
Go
I don't know if
ahead
these
and
guys are-
roll. Go ahead and try to persuade an NPC.
Ooh.
Probably gonna do it.
And it can be a 10 because I have the -1.
Okay, yeah. Which is still a success. So he is gonna go ahead. Like he needs a better reason. Like he needs a reason why he wants to do this.
Better than free chocolate. I think I was just
better-
assuming these were still Christmas oriented characters and something as silly as chocolate would work for them.
He says, "Hey, I need a better reason to not call for the cat to come get you right now."
Chocolate kills cats.
That's true. It is actually poisonous to cats, and I like tuck it into his tunic or whatever. Maybe I put it like I imagine if he's somewhat tied up. Like I try to just like heck, I'll lick one side and put it on his face, and I'll be like, "This is deadly to cats. So if the cat comes here, we'll try to eat it, and you'll accidentally kill the cat and probably that other guy. Don't do it."
He's like, I don't. All right, I'm not gonna pretend to be asleep, but just get out of here. Just go, please, and don't bother going in there. You're not gonna find him.
Find
We've got
who?
better fighters than us. Wait, you don't know about Santa? Wait, no one.
No
We
one?
know who
Oh,
Santa
so-
is. I have one of his bells.
Okay.
Okay.
I forgot that existed.
Anyways, so we can say that these guys are adequately defeated. So what are we doing?
Do we still want to climb on top of the main entrance and go to the chimney?
To the chimney.
Go ahead.
The Chimenea.
What I will say is that while you're still so you've got your investigative mystery points you're still working through around the rapid mystery, when all of a sudden, in answering the question you didn't ask, which is what's the biggest threat to you, you hear crunching footsteps up on the roof, drawing closer in a very low growl.
Santa?
Hey guys, I
Um,
think we need to get inside the building.
And it seems like it would
Let
be
me
in your
in.
best interest to get inside the building.
Let's go
I say we
inside.
go inside the building immediately.
Let's go inside.
Oh, we're in.
Garrett,
Do.
get over here.
Do.
Garrett, you be careful.
That's my hesitation voice.
All right, so go ahead and stay back here for now.
Okay.
Oh, we can action dive across the tables. Okay.
No, we cannot.
It won't
We're
let me
being
move you
put in
while it's
timeout.
paused, which is a. Oh, I did. Okay, good. Anyways, you guys walk in. So now you're in like the foyer entrance, whatever. As you enter the foyer, you're hit by the pleasant smell of peppermint, eggnog, and baked goods. It honestly smells a lot like Grandma's house. As you take in the sight that lies before you, it's clear that this place isn't how Santa left it. Excuse me. There are tables on either side of you with small plaques in front of them, set up almost like a museum. But instead of anything on display, the tables are scratched up as if they've been cleared in a hurry. At the end of the room, in the doorway that should lead to the toy production zone, there's a massive pile of red tinsel. Finally, at the very end of the room, you've already talked about it, but you do see a camera. What are you boys going to do?
I aim at it with my slingshot.
Yeah, go ahead and roll to wreck something.
Who knows?
Oh no, I'm gonna hit it with my slingshot.
Slingshot.
They are so
All right.
confused, Gage. All right.
So you're going to destroy it. The camera is destroyed. I don't really have a way to mark that. So you've destroyed it. But there's someone in the security room. The security room's up on the second floor. It was on the map that he showed you. And you have to trust that they're going to notice that all of a sudden one of their feeds is missing. Also, are you guys going to try to do anything about the door? Like barricade it or anything?
Can we move this door in one of these tables over to barricade the door?
Yeah, I won't even. No, tell you what. Go ahead and roll some bones with Braun.
Each of us?
Sure. Let's make sure at least one of you is strong enough.
Oh no!
3
You guys
sevens.
are weak.
We got 3
That's
sevens.
wild. Tell you what. I'll let
Together,
your
we're
3 partial
powerful.
successes equal one whole success. But you guys are like really exhausted at the end of it. So each of your next rolls are going to have disadvantage.
Oh no.
Anyways, is there anything else that you want to investigate or?
I want to look at that pile of
anything
tinsel.
there? Yeah.
So
Is that
what?
unwrapped
So-
mystery or?
Yeah, go ahead and unwrap a mystery, and I'm not going to unpause it so that I'm keeping you guys over here.
Complications.
What
Oh, wait,
pile
actually,
of
I think
tinsel?
Why you gotta go and roll some complications?
Sorry.
let me
And another missed one by Gage.
try something real quick.
Ding.
Free.
Um,
I'm free.
but
Give me a
anyways,
ticket, wouldn't free my soul.
so you go check out the tinsel. As you're walking to the tinsel, you do notice again these tables with like these plaques on them, like what's going on here. But you investigate the tinsel, and as you're looking at it, like the first thing you do to investigate it is you pick it up, like you just grab at it so you can get a nice close look at it, and immediately your hand starts bleeding, and you take we'll just say 1 cheer damage, like mark 1 cheer.
Okay.
Anyone else want to do anything? So essentially, even though you've like failed, you've managed to figure out like this tinsel it's essentially like barbed wire, just like really fine. And if you're gonna get further into the building, like you're gonna navigate it somehow.
Hey guys, real quick, before we go further, I just remembered Grandma sent some cookies with me, and she said they were super special, so I want to make sure each of us gets a cookie real quick.
Nice. Go ahead and explain to the audience what you're doing right now, Gage.
Yeah, so one of my unique moves is called Special Cookies. And 2 times per session, I remember the cookies that Grandma baked for us before we left. And everybody gets a cookie that they can eat at some point to gain advantage on their next roll.
Oh.
So each of us has a special cookie that can grant us advantage on a roll. But you have
can
to
negate this disadvantage.
You can negate the we're disadvantaged for what? 2 turns, right?
1.
1 turn. Okay. Andrew already used his. He already had his disadvantage turn.
All of my turns are disadvantaged.
Man, he didn't even have a disadvantage turn, but he couldn't have rolled worse.
He really couldn't.
Yeah, we'll call that his disadvantage. But yeah, you distribute those cookies, and now you guys have cookies.
Guys, we got these special cookies. We're having such a good time right now.
That's what those special cookies are good for.
Oh yeah.
What did Grandma put in the special cookies, Gage?
I don't
What did
know.
Grandma
I
put in the
just
special
know
cookies?
that they make me
Nutmeg.
hungrier.
No, see, it was something she said was from Bruce's his stash, whatever that means. I don't think she meant mustache because he doesn't have a mustache.
She said, "Hey, be sure to dispense these cookies."
Share them with your buddies.
She said they had
Ah.
like a dose in them.
Hey,
Uh,
close the doors.
and I locked it.
Dang it! I guess we did barricade it.
Yeah. Okay. So you've got the tinsel. What are you gonna try to do about the tinsel? And then, obviously, do you want to investigate anything else further while you're here?
Can we safely store the tinsel?
What do you mean?
I am assuming I lost my gloves from the first episode, correct?
Yeah, they're back
Your
home.
glitter gloves.
Glitter gauntlets. Okay, dang it.
Okay, so something I do want to say is that actually no, tell you what, we won't assume that you've lost them. So the do spy stuff move can function almost like oh, we planned for this. So
Oh,
like
like an
something
Ocean's
comes
11.
up and then like so it can be like, so go ahead and roll do spy stuff and we'll see if you happen to remember to bring your glitter gloves. Your nope.
Oh gosh, I remembered my comet scepter. Garrett.
Nope.
Yeah. So what I will say is that you go ahead and start like trying to like yank on this, and this stuff is stronger than your gloves, and it just doesn't work. Like the gloves were a good idea, and you had them, but it just didn't do what you were looking for.
Gotcha. So I do in fact have them.
It's like trying to
Yeah.
Good.
pull apart steel wool with your bare hands.
Brady, do you want to try anything?
I will cast some magic stuff.
Yeah.
So that's a partial success, but with my -1, it's an 8.
Did
Still
you
a
eat your
partial
cookie?
success.
Did you guys
I
both
did-
eat your cookies?
I did not eat my cookie.
Ooh.
I'm saving my cookie.
Also,
Go ahead and roll again with disadvantage then.
I'm gonna meta game again. I want to meta
Do I
game real
just hit
quick.
disadvantage and then roll?
There is a plus and minus button at the bottom that I think does affect your rolls.
Why did it roll 3 dice?
So technically,
you
when
what.
you have 2d6 and you roll with advantage, you roll 3 and take the 2 best ones. And if you roll disadvantage, you roll 3 and take the 2 worst ones.
Oh, okay. Then
So-
yes, that's what just happened. Yeah, I got 6, so I got complications with doing magic.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say. You try to cast magic at this thing, and between the combo of Garrett pulling on it and you doing magic at it, it is going to explode.
Oh yeah.
And so it just explodes to bits, and it is gonna hurt you all. So go ahead and take 1 cheer each.
Wait a second. I guess it only applies to me. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, or are you gonna use your move?
I'm going to use one of my moves, but
Yeah.
it only applies to me, so I won't use it yet.
Yeah. So everyone go ahead and mark 1 cheer.
Mhm.
And then you have done it. You've made it past the tinsel. Go ahead and come on in.
Woo! Woo! Oh,
All right. Back it up.
you said to come on in.
Yeah, less though.
As we're
That's
as
easy.
we're approaching, Brady says, "A red sun rises. Blood has been spilled this night." I heard that in a movie once.
Okay. So you walk out into what's called the toy production zone. And this room is just it's a chaotic mess of unfinished toys and scattered parts and tools. And it looks kind of like those tables back there that I mentioned twice that no one investigated. It's fine. Kind of like them, like almost like it was kind of moved in a hurry, like maybe someone was like looking for something or just kind of trying to make a mess of the place. And then in the corner, you see a Christmas tree, all decked out. Its ornaments are twinkling dimly, and then a grandfather clock, kind of in that same area. They're both massive, ticking loudly. Its pendulum swinging back and forth. And then on either side of the room, you've got your stairs, and then just kind of around, you know that you've got your doors leading like to the reindeer, to the library, kitchen, dining hall, etc. So that is the toy production zone. But as you guys are walking in, 2 more of the fellas looked like they're almost kind of standing guard. And they notice you immediately, and then you notice a third guy coming down the stairs, and you wonder if maybe he was alerted by the destruction of the camera.
Hmm.
And now, like that song by 303, you've got beef.
Well, this looks like a target-rich environment. Sorry, I need a signal of when I'm quoting Top Gun because I feel like I've passed a few now that I haven't made clear.
Mm.
I'm just going to say Top Gun every time I say one now. So let me try
Now,
that again.
Are you trying to
This is
invoke
like
your
a
move?
target-rich environment. Top Gun.
Are you
Sorry,
trying to
put the-
invoke your move? It's
Two
called
moves
This
I
Is
have.
Just Like
I
Top
think I am
Gun.
going to do the move that gives us all a +1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead and explain, Andrew, how this moment is exactly like Top Gun.
Conrad steps in and he says that quote from Top Gun, and then he looks around. And he's like, "Wait, this is just like Top Gun because of the you've got the guys over there, and we just rushed right in, and I could hear the engine. It's like, it's like a countdown. It's just like the timer, or it's just not the timer. It's like the plane when the plane, and then like he just goes incoherent, just making plane sounds and doing the little kid like put your arms out to the side, pretend to be a plane, and just somehow in all of that, when let me see, can I still move around? No, okay, I was going to make myself run around you guys in a circle. Conrad gets hyped, and he is going to pull out his BB gun, and I guess I'll just have to go with the classic quote. He's going to pull out his BB gun, look at one of these guys dead in the eyes, and say, "I have a need for speed," and he's just going to start running straight across and open fire.
Where's he running?
I think he's going to do like the cool action movie, like he's kind of strafing while he runs and just
Is he going to
start shooting.
dive?
I'm going to dive, cover behind this toy bin here. I'm trying to just
Go ahead and do spy stuff for me.
shoot. I'm not actually that great at spy stuff, but I
He's
did my
aware.
thing, and then I did eat a
Oh.
cookie before this, so that's actually going to be 2 more than that. I think.
Great.
That's a 9.
It's still the same level of success. And so here's what I'm going to say is you do it, but like you definitely kind of catch on the toys a little bit. So you're like jumping onto this stack of toys, like jumping behind it. You catch on them a little bit and like you kind of trip a little bit. So it's just a little awkward. And so your moment is like it's still pretty cool. But it definitely like when you tell people at school about it, you're going to tell them something entirely like you're not going to include this
I'm not
little
going to mention
section.
the part where I tripped over a teddy bear, and
Yeah.
after I had already tripped over ice.
Yeah.
And then do I
go
need to
ahead,
do
deck
sorry,
some
go ahead.
holes.
Okay.
And now on your character sheet, if you close it and reopen it, you should be able to add plus
Oh yeah.
1 to ongoing.
So that would make that one an 11.
Yeah, which should be the same level of success as well. So that was ranged. Which one are you attacking, by the way?
I'm gonna attack this guy who's closest.
Yeah.
So it says range. I can inflict 1 cheer, and then choose one of the following. I can do extra damage, gain advantage, or it says it's a little bit cut off here on my screen. It says move an enemy where you want.
Yeah, like just if it'd be better for them to be elsewhere, you can like the idea is that you hit them just right, that they like stumble or whatever to somewhere more advantageous.
Can I shoot this guy so he stumbles backwards, flips over the table backwards, so that on his next turn he can't like I'm just trying to eat up some of his movement for next turn so he can't get to us.
Sure. Yeah. He kind of falls backwards, trips over the table, and we'll say it's even like embarrassed. Like he's about to like make it and not fall, but then he kind of steps on a toy and like his legs flip out from underneath him, like he slipped on a banana peel, and then he falls backwards over the table. All right. Who wants next?
I would like to go.
Send it.
I would like to eat my special cookie.
Sure.
And so we've got the ongoing +1, right?
You've got an ongoing +1,
and then I have an
you'll roll with
advantage.
advantage. on this
I'm
one.
going to do magic stuff again.
Send it. What are you going to try to do?
Well, I wanted to see how it went. It's a great success because I got a 13.
You did get a 13.
Can I summon a monster?
Uh,
Oh boy.
sure. What do you want to summon?
Mothman.
No.
No, I don't want to summon something that's going to turn on us. What was our other
Oh,
cousin's
so
name?
you should just summon a
Mothman can make-
gorilla then.
Right. A silverback gorilla turns around and just
It's
smacks him across the
Harambe.
Actually, let's go. Okay, tell me, are these technically spirits?
These creatures
These
here?
creatures, are they technically spirits?
You don't know that.
Okay, then I'm gonna trap.
I don't know that.
I'm gonna trap
I mean,
this
I do know
guy.
that.
I'll trap the one that's closest to me. I'll trap him.
Yeah. The one kind of on the left towards the top.
Yeah, on the left toward the top. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to trap him.
Yeah, go and trap him. You get to choose 2. So what else would you like to do?
Oh boy, I'm gonna unmark a cheer from myself.
Yeah. So you trap him there, you put almost this force field on him. And something about it is just invigorating for you, I guess, because you're kind of a freak. And now life is better. You feel healthier, you feel better.
Stay
Life
there.
is good. And that guy he's just stuck. He's like, there's almost, I guess, what happens? What happens to him?
So it's like, wait, can I? Okay, yes. So you know the greenery that people use when they decorate for Christmas. Brady's just so in
Trees.
love with Christmas. It's like but garland. So like
Yeah,
garland comes up from the ground and straps him to the ground essentially.
Dope.
And so he's just like strapped to the ground with garland.
All right.
Or an entire
And
holly
now-
bush hits him.
Garrett, before your turn, this top, I almost called him a goblin. I feel like goblin works. They're not goblins.
The Yule lad.
Yeah. Did you see that?
I saw it
Yeah.
in the notes earlier.
I did too.
Gotcha. Oh, like when
Like in the chat.
When they attacked us.
Yeah,
When
when
he
they
said-
attacked
when-
earlier.
When it said something earlier, yeah, you were like, "Oh,
I
it
said
talked.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Yule lad. Fun fact: they're Icelandic. It's an Icelandic like Christmas myth. We'll get in. Well, I guess you guys don't have to solve the.
I had
There
no idea
was
it was a
optional
thing.
stuff to try to resolve them. No, I didn't either, and I was asking ChatGPT for ideas, and it was like you could have them deal with the Yule lads, and I'm like, what the f is the Yule lads?
I mean, I still don't know
So I
what the Yule
googled
lads
it, and
is,
it's a
but
thing. Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Let's shut up, Google. Get out of here. Anyways, this top Yule lad here he's just gonna reach into his pocket, and he grabs just this like ugly doll, and he just throws it at you guys. And we're gonna say that it lands. It's not gonna look very much like a doll, and that's okay.
it's actually
We
going
don't
to look
judge.
like a bomb.
Oh, look, he said it landed over here, guys. Oh, wow. How convenient. So far away from us. It doesn't matter at all.
No,
Don't
that's a good way to.
Yeah,
Just gonna-
it's so. Well, let me just. Oh no, dang it! I keep forgetting he could do that.
It bounces along the ground and lands next to Conrad. I'm just kidding.
Oh no! How could this happen? This is totally not a consequence of my own
It's-
act.
It's Tibbers.
It lands. We'll say it lands right here.
Okay.
No.
And you're like, what is what? And then it says, "Hi, would you like to play?"
No.
5, 4,
Run.
3. Go ahead and both of you roll do spy stuff.
Oh.
Do I still have the ongoing one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Wait,
So you guys
oh.
like, it's like Scooby Doo running, where you're like giving it everything you got, but you're just not moving. And then the doll does explode.
Oh no.
With just a lot of explosiveness to it. We'll say it's got beads or glass or whatever in there, and so it does some good damage. And if each of you would go ahead and mark 2 cheer for me.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He says,
Oh,
"There's more where
yeah.
that came
Right.
from."
2 cheer, huh?
Yeah.
Be really nice.
How you doing?
Be really nice if someone would unmark a cheer on Frank.
Frank, it's your turn.
The doll is gone. It hurt.
It did hurt.
I'm gonna eat the cookie,
Uh-huh.
Eat the cookie.
and I'm also going to do magic stuff.
Nice.
Roll.
All right. Well, not bad.
Yeah, you still got a partial.
Yeah. Go ahead and let's see. Do your effects and pick a glitch.
I'm going to unmark 1 cheer on me.
Yeah. Are you gonna mark a cheer on Gage as revenge?
No.
As revenge.
Now, it doesn't specify what I can unmark. I can mark 1 cheer on.
You would pick mark 1 cheer, and I would decide what it's on.
The most further, like the closest goblin to us, or Yule lad.
I would decide.
Okay.
So
I would
it
pick
could be
something
you.
else.
It could be Gage.
I would pick a different glitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the effect as of short duration.
Okay. Yeah. So
Just
go
like
ahead
a temporary heal, essentially.
yeah, unmark 1 cheer, and you can tell like it worked, but like there's still shrapnel in there.
Yeah, I'm Iron Manning it right now.
Yeah. So this bottom Yule lad he's gonna reach into his pocket and he's gonna pull out a
AK-47.
just like a slingshot. Yeah. An a slingshot, and he is gonna take aim at Conrad. And Conrad, I'll tell you what, go ahead and roll do spy stuff and roll with advantage since he's aiming at you like behind something. Sorry, I said slingshot. He like reaches out. Garrett, you look at him, you realize like you've seen this guy before, and you realize that just as he pulls out like a little hook out of his pocket and starts swinging it and like throws it toward Conrad. Oof.
Geez.
And Conrad, he's gonna get you. Like your bomber jacket is snug, and he manages to hook it, and so he starts pulling you toward him.
It's fine.
So
I have an idea that might make this fun and cool. If it or it might not work, and
Sure.
we could all die.
Okay,
and
let's
then this
do it.
Yule lad is just gonna like start making a beeline towards the action,
Okay.
and we'll say he gets this far.
Okay.
All right, and Conrad, it's your turn.
I would like to attempt a group Old Lang Syne, and I'm gonna say, "Hey guys, wait, don't we roll first and then we determine what happens?" Or
Yeah. So you guys can decide like what you want to roll, because that'll determine like, say you roll brawn because in the story, like for Frank, the story's about like how tough he was or whatever.
do we all have to roll the same thing?
Nope. You
Nope.
can roll. You can
Well-
roll your own things.
Because I think for Conrad, he's trying to like encourage the other guys because like this is looking stressful and bad. So he's trying to like he just saw them both take a grenade, and he's getting dragged away. So he's trying to cheer them up. So he's telling an embarrassing story about himself. It's like, you guys remember that one time we used Grandma's old dog to make a little dog sled, but then you guys fell off and my wrist got caught and the dog dragged me halfway across town. But then when we ran into like the town bullies, we used that leash to tie them up and leave them stranded in the middle of a parking lot. So it's like meant to be kind of a combination of a like, hey, remember that funny story, but also like I'm implying the second half of the story to give them an idea of what we can do with the situation, kind of thing. Kind of like the Ocean's 11, but I guess it's not. That's more spy stuff. So I would like to
Yeah,
roll Marry Me
so-
for mine, but I don't want to force. I guess you guys get your parts of the story too.
So you guys can decide what to roll, and like that'll be what you tell in the story as well.
I'm gonna go with wonder. Just be like,
Yeah.
guys, this isn't even the biggest like Christmas obstacle that we have faced. We worked with the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future last year to defeat the toy maker who had a giant mech suit, I think, or something like. He got huge in the last half of that thing.
Yeah.
He did. And a reindeer,
Got beefed.
multiple reindeer came in and hit him. It was really funny. And then a literal comet fell out of the sky and landed. Like, guys, we've seen so many cool things. Like, we got this. We got this. We can do this.
I'm probably gonna go with Braun.
Yeah.
Just because it's my, and just have the flashback of fighting the elves in the street with their cars that
Yeah.
were going the same walking speed, but just like having the thought of, like the elves. No, they were toys. They were little Johans. They weren't even elves.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I had a hatred for that elf in the beginning for no reason. I just realized.
No. We did fight elves too.
You're just racist.
We did fight elves too.
Frank is racist.
Okay, well,
He is
just
redneck.
no. Not even gonna make that joke. He is not. My characters will never be. But has the war PTSD of like him smashing the Johan heads together, picking the car up and like the RV Jeep, like smashing him onto top of each other, and just goes into like a rage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone go ahead and roll.
I just went.
Apparently.
I got a partial success.
I guess.
Do I
Let me
still have
it.
the effect of the ongoing one?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. So, Gage, the way that you're partial, I guess, is that all of you?
I guess.
No, Conrad just did it. Gage and Garrett, the way that your partial success works is essentially like there's something that there's an embarrassing detail that you've always left out from this story, and like you can either continue to leave it out to only unmark 2 cheer, or add an embarrassing detail to unmark 3 cheer.
Got it.
Plus one of those things.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And since I succeeded and it says I get an unmarked 5 cheer, is that just for me or can I unmark some for them as well?
If you're extra, you can allocate it.
Okay, I will allocate 1 to each of you.
Oh, then I'm
'cause I
just
had
gonna
3.
take the 2 cheer.
Yeah. I mean, it's so in some way like Conrad like leans into the embarrassment of the story and you guys are like, okay, he's embarrassed himself enough. We don't have to oof.
It's like
Thank
watching
goodness.
someone like on American Idol that can't sing, and you're like that's a secondhand cringe.
I'll add an
Yeah, you're like, I
embarrassing
don't have to
detail
go
to
to American
add
Idol.
one, but not to get the bonus for it.
What was
So
that?
we automatically lose 1 from him, correct?
One from who?
Conrad.
Yeah, from Conrad.
Oh, yeah.
And then we uncheck mark 2.
Yeah.
Or 3 and one of those things if you add an embarrassing detail.
I don't know if that counts as my full turn, but as I'm getting dragged towards this guy, if possible, I'd like to try it since he's trapped and doesn't have any leverage with like his legs or anything. I'd like to try and use let's see if I can signal. Can I mark this table? No, I cannot. I'd like to try and like brace up against this table as I get closer to it to like slow my movement and maybe see if I can plant my feet and pull this guy towards me instead.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll some bones with Braun.
Brawny bones, here we go. Brawny bones.
You rip his legs off.
Wait.
That's a joke. No, I will say like the amount that you are able to like get leverage and pull back, like he stops pulling you, and I will let you choose whether he takes a damage or his like chain breaks.
Well, we haven't damaged him yet, right?
Correct.
Can I say that I plant my feet and I start pulling a little bit so he senses the resistance. Then I have give him, it's like fishing. I give him a little give and then I just throw my whole body back as hard as I can and it pulls him forward to the table. So I scoot back 5 feet, but he gets forward 5 feet and just hits his head on the table. And maybe it loosens my chains just a little bit.
Yeah, sure. We'll give him a damage. We'll move you back a little bit. Technically, each of these squares is 5 feet, but that's that. You've done that. And you're Conrad. Brady.
I go again.
I'm going to try to cast some more magic.
Yeah.
I like magic. 11.
Hey.
So I have a success. So I want the goal, the goal is to inflict a cheer damage to the one who's trapped. That's the goal. But do I get to describe the spell that I cast to do that?
Yeah, what do you do?
I
do?
cast Krampus Shard, but it's a much smaller version than the one that got us out of the snow globe last year.
Yeah,
It's
what
just
happens?
yeah. So there's this like dark shard of energy that appears before me and just shoots out at the guy. Since it's only doing 1 damage, I assume it hits him in the leg or the arm.
Heart through the heart. And
It hits him
your
right in the heart, like where you'd expect the heart to be, and he says, "Joke's on you! My heart's in my leg." And he does take 1 sheer damage. And then this guy here, he's gonna go ahead and just kind of start making his way this way down here. And as he's running, he's like grabbing another doll out of his pocket and like starting to pull the string.
Oh boy.
I take-
And then
Shoot him,
this
Frank.
bottom guy is gonna just start pulling more on.
Can I take a
If it-
shot
and then-
at the? Can I take a shot at the guy pulling the
Yeah.
grenade in the doll
Yeah, go for it.
for the pin? That's a wreck something.
It'd be Dexam Halls.
Dexam Halls. Sorry, Dexam Halls.
Yeah, you're good.
Do I still have the ongoing from the cookie, or is it gone?
You
It's,
do.
is it for this entire situation?
Or-
Wait,
Oh,
no,
no, it's not
the,
from the cookie. You have
the cookie was for the next roll, but you do have the ongoing +1.
from
Okay, and I
this
also-
is just like Top Gun.
Yeah, this is just
Okay, and I also have the +2 for my slingshot experience as well.
Yeah, is that a +2? I thought it was a +1.
It's a +2.
That's dope. So go ahead and add +2 to forward, or yeah, to forward, and roll with that.
Oh boy. Yeah. So
So
that's a
here's what
lot.
I'll say.
Okay.
Well, actually, go ahead and do your thing.
Like just
You're gonna
I mean,
you're gonna do 1 damage to him
okay.
at least, and that puts him at 2.
Okay.
And he looks like if he took 1 more damage, he might die or get knocked out. Sorry,
Okay.
hypothetically.
So I wasn't really I mean I was aiming at the doll, not him, but I'll still take it.
Oh, you were aiming at the doll. Sure.
Yeah. That's
What do
what
you
I
want
was
the doll
aiming
to
at.
do? Did you want it to explode?
Yeah.
If you use one of your things to do extra damage, the doll explodes in his hand
Done.
and kills him.
Done.
Sorry, incapacitates him. He is so knocked out. Whoa.
Pokemon rules, they faint, not die.
Yeah, because it's the Christmas episode. So huge explosion, he faints. And you still have like 1 more thing to do, but there's not really a way to do any of these. What I will say is if you want, because that was such a good shot, if you want to gain advantage to your next Dexam Halls, I'll let you gain that.
Okay, that's fine.
And this guy, he's just gonna keep making a beeline.
Why does that one scare me?
And as he comes running up, you see him pulling out a doll.
Man, he's very close to us to be pulling out an explosive.
Mm-hmm. That's why it scares me.
Okay, whose turn is
Because
it?
I want a hug.
Whose turn is it?
That's what scares me the most.
It is Conrad's turn.
I think Conrad is inspired and impressed by Frank shooting again, but instead of before when he was like embarrassed because he was thinking of doing something cool, and then Frank did it so much better. I think he's gonna try and like rather than just be dragged along or try to fight it against the table this time, he's gonna try and go with the momentum, get on top of the table and jump, and as he's falling back, shoot shoot the doll that this guy's pulling out to try and do the same thing that Frank just did. I believe that's
Okay,
is that
so
still
that
that
is
wreck
some
something
spy
or-
stuff.
Spy stuff. Okay.
If it's something that like this, like a spy or like an action hero would do in a movie, it's spy stuff.
If Max Payne's
I just-
willing to do it,
I just don't know what.
Yeah.
I think I want to use break some stuff or something or wreck something, but I guess it is very spy stuff. I just don't get as many bonuses for that. Well, I guess you guys both get to go before that guy does.
Oh, I have a plan.
So you know what? And it sounds like you have a plan. So I had another idea that is a lot more
Sure.
like matching the energy that Frank has rather than the style. I'm imagining I still have some like razor hot sharp tinsel stuck in my hands, and I would like to again go with the momentum of this guy pulling towards him, but as I get closer to him, just try to impale him with the shards that are still in my hand.
To make him
I
faint.
would like to lay hands upon this what is he, Yule lad? and
You
just-
lad.
You would like to
There-
absolve him of his sins.
Go ahead and deck some halls.
Ooh.
Yes. Okay.
Nice.
All right.
So
I would definitely like to inflict extra cheer upon
Mhm.
this lad. And I know I already used this quote, but as I fly towards him and just like
have the need.
it just no. I'm just going to like as I land on top of him and basically just impale him with the needles that are already in my hands, which probably caused me to bleed a little more. I'm just gonna say again, I'm gonna like lean in and whisper in his ear, "Son, your ego is writing checks that your body can't cash," and just like shove
Top
off of
gun.
him. Top gun. I feel like this isn't capturing the
Uh,
sunglasses. It just looks like I'm putting on a monocle.
If it helps, I'm not looking at you. I believe it was
Top
cool.
gun.
Okay, so what do you want to do for your second ability? Like second option of those two. You get to choose two. Do you want to
That's right.
fight carefully to not gain your cheer? Because this guy's dying, or sorry, incapacitating.
Yeah.
And so the
Well,
question
I
is,
think
do
it
you
was-
want to also
I was-
take damage or no?
So I needed to inflict 2 to take him down, correct?
Just one.
Oh, just 1.
Or
Okay.
yeah, two. No, just one. Just one.
Okay. Then I would like to not. I mean, well,
You can do extra damage. It'll knock him out real good.
it doesn't feel in character to hold back when I do it. Just because
Yeah.
it was kind of a bloodlust kind of thing. So I think I should still take the cheer damage. I would like to give it +1 to Brady on whatever nonsense he's about to do next. So I will still take that cheer.
Sweet.
I don't like how he just giggled. He's got something
Uh,
diabolical steaming up.
I'm just
Right.
angry he didn't summon Mothman.
This Yule lad is called Meat Hook, and he is sleeping.
He hasn't summoned Mothman yet.
All right, Gage, what are we doing?
I'm trying to figure out how this would work. He's gonna start by saying, "I saw this in an anime once."
Uh huh.
Okay,
It
Is he
doesn't
gonna do
bode
some
well.
magic?
Well, so here's what he's wanting to do. Can he
Sure.
start? Like, how far can I move and still do some magic?
I wrote the system, and I've not written anything about that in there. I would say, how far do you want to move?
Like, really close to the Yule lad.
How fast you
All
gonna
right,
go?
Gage, you are within kissing distance.
That is not me.
Whoops.
That was
All right, Gage.
One
you're
time I
within
got
kissing
reincarnated as a Yule lad named Meat Hook. says
Okay.
Conrad.
So
sorry. That was my best anime reference I could think of.
I still need to
I-
watch the slime one.
wait, and Andrew gave me a +1.
distance. Yeah,
So is that forward? that I
it gave
would
you
put that in?
advantage. Sorry.
Advantage. Ooh, okay.
I was so excited.
Okay, please work. Please work.
Domain expansion.
That's
Okay,
not bad.
okay.
12. Okay, 12. Dang. Okay. This isn't going to be nearly as exciting. I mean, I'm going to inflict a cheer damage, but
Uh-huh.
essentially how I wanted to do it is, you know how, like, this is going to sound so weird. Okay. I'm going to scrap that one. Vegeta one time uses a thing that he calls
Sure.
Final Flash
What-
Yeah.
well, against who?
against Goku, right?
Sure. Okay.
Isn't Final Flash the thing where he like tries to like sewer slide bomb himself?
That's Final Explosion.
Final Explosion.
And he uses it on Boo.
Boo. Okay. So I don't want to
You're
do
gonna get
that.
torn to shreds by the Dragon Ball Z fans. This is gonna get bad.
Me.
Yeah.
all
Essentially,
of our Dragon Ball Z fan listeners, Garrett.
Me.
I just want him to have like an explosion come from like his core in every direction, but like small enough to just hit this guy.
Sure.
And it's only doing one cheer anyways. Gosh, I wanted to roll higher so
Oh.
it could be something crazy.
Also, there is an option on here do one thing that is beyond human limitations that has been not used.
Yeah, but that doesn't include doing the cheer damage, I don't think. Does it?
No, I'd say not. If you wanted to use it to like move him away,
Yeah.
Okay.
See,
Like
and so
force
that's the thing.
push.
Is like I wanted
Get
to
him out.
use if I got a high enough roll and I could do both, then I had something real fun in mind. But I'm just gonna do the one cheer damage, so like just a little explosion that happens out of me toward him.
yeah. So that happens. He takes the damage and is like, I don't know, whatever you say when you take a little damage from horrors beyond your comprehension. I do. How is that? This is something I've been meaning to do. How can this be Christmas themed?
Oh,
This is Christmas magic. How's it?
okay.
We'll say it's red and green.
Yeah, red and green.
It's
Yeah.
it's a single it's a single Christmas light just grows out of your chest and explodes, and glass shards impale the guy.
Yeah, that works.
Beautiful. He takes 1 damage, and now it's his turn, and he releases the string, and you hear a little voice say, "Do you want to play? 5, 4, 3," and you should figure out what you're planning on doing, Gage.
I mean, is he just gonna blow both of us up?
Oh, sorry. He drops it and he immediately starts running away because he was like planning on throwing it.
Oh.
Okay, I guess this would be do spy stuff. I'm gonna jump on him.
Jump on him,
Yeah.
like let him take the explosion.
Yeah.
You're gonna like meat
Love it.
shield him? Just like hold him in front of you?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll for that.
You know, out of all the things we've just witnessed, I think this is the most brutal.
Partial.
Okay, so here's the thing. Your choice, right? Like you make it, but you're exhausted. I changed this to be -1 on your next 2 rolls,
Okay.
or can't have your cake and eat it too, and I choose a consequence.
First one,
Which of
man,
those
it's
do you
way
prefer?
cooler.
I don't know what kind of consequence you're gonna come up with, so I think I'm gonna go with the first one. I'll take the -1
Sweet.
for
Yeah.
2 turns.
So you do 1. You did 1 cheer damage to him, and now he is going to like be your meat shield for this explosion. And believe it or not, that is gonna sleep him. And so he is in La La Land, and you
Oh, great.
guys have cleared this place out.
Okay, so the ongoing is gone now,
Yes, good call, Gage.
and
Oh,
dang,
man, this isn't like Top Gun anymore.
yeah, everyone's sleeping now.
Not at all like Top Gun.
Two of them are on fire. They're really warm.
Goodness gracious.
Your lad's
I
on
would like
fire.
to go inspect the ominous Christmas tree and ticking grandfather clock.
I agree.
Yeah, same.
Well, you're unpaused, so you can go over there if you want to.
Wow.
You're paused again.
Dang it.
Oh, that corner.
Where else did you see a Christmas tree,
I
Gage?
didn't see one at all.
That's really funny.
I didn't
You
zoom
can't
out
read.
enough to see.
Well, I can't read.
I can't read.
Go ahead and everyone roll unwrap a mystery.
Boom.
Oh,
Boom
and
sauce.
I have a -1 to this. Is that just on forward then?
Oof.
Oh, that's ongoing, I
Ongoing.
think.
Okay. And I'll just get rid of it after the second one. Unwrap a mystery.
Yeah, and now you can do forward. You can put it on forward. Like, it'll work. Same.
Still got a 9. Partial success.
Nice.
I got a 10, even though I have a -1 to this, which is just makes me very
Yeah.
happy. I get asked 3 questions. Okay. Wow. Let's start with what should I be on the lookout for?
Yeah. So, I'm assuming you're investigating the clock.
Yeah. Well, we said
And-
clock entry. I just walked to the clock, but yes.
You
Sure.
walk to the clock. Yeah. I mean, you can investigate one thing at a time. I would say, look at the clock. I mean, it's real big, and it says how much time is left till Christmas. There's really not a lot going on with the clock. You are able to you look over at the Christmas tree, and it looks like it's had some renovations done on it. Surely there used to be a star there instead of like this weird animal skull thing. It looks like maybe the new guests might have given it kind of their own kind of special touch. Do you have any other? Do you want to go investigate the tree further?
Yeah, it sounds like the tree's more significant here. Do I get to continue with that roll, or do I have to make a new roll?
No, I'll let you continue with that roll.
I'll ask the same question for this one, just trying to figure out.
Yeah, I'll let Brady ask that question
The same question?
since he was already kind of like you're already over here checking it out. Unless you want to ask a different one.
I mean, just because the question sticks out to me every single time I see this, who's in control here?
As you're looking around, you happen to see shot into the wall by doll explosion. We're the Yule lads.
Tell him it was
And
Golden Joe
Jo-
with the Suggins gang.
Suggins gang. No, you do see. So you're the one who's most knowledgeable in Christmas stuff. And the pieces are kind of starting to come together. You know, you've heard this legend before. Like you've heard about the Yule lads, and gosh, there's a cat.
Yeah, they got Yule lads, a Yule cat, and I think they've got a leader. I just don't remember who it is or what or how many leaders there are. It might even be them.
They're they don't have a leader. They're ruled by the people.
It's a pure democracy, actually. The Yule
yeah.
lads. The cat.
No,
the
all of a
cat
sudden you
scares
remember.
them, but that's beside the point.
All of a sudden, you remember that the leader is an ogre woman named Grilla.
There's a gorilla.
Always comes back to the gorillas.
And you remember that the legends say that Grilla eats
Is it a
naughty
gas
children.
gorilla or a charcoal gorilla?
I'm more of an electric gorilla myself.
There's a gorilla in the woods and it's eating kids.
If children are involved, I'm not sure we should be seeking them out. Gage, I love that you're getting the reference. We're having this reference conversation. Nobody else is.
It's such a good
Shout out to
reference.
Torbeck.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Anyways,
Guys, I hear there's a gorilla in the woods.
you know that she eats naughty children.
Oh, I'm good.
And yeah, like surely you guys are on the nice list, right?
I mean, we did just. Paid actors.
You're trying to
or
save
not,
Santa.
I might have actually killed that guy. So,
Hey, no, they're
I've
just
I mean-
sleeping.
They're sleeping.
They're sleeping.
right. I might have just put that guy into a long-term.
He's just real tuckered out.
It's real
Andrew, as you go over and investigate the tree, you begin to wonder, what should I be on the lookout for, right? And you notice, as you kind of look around behind, just kind of around the tree, that you do see kind of some dirt and dust, which you don't really see anywhere else in here. Like in this area, they've kind of poured in a bunch of fake snow. That's why it's a different color, is they've poured in a bunch of fake snow. But like there's like dirt and dust back here. And when you investigate it further, you find a hole in the ground. And this is not the stopping point that I expected whatsoever, but it's not a bad stopping point. Yeah, so you dig in and you notice, like, not only is there a hole, there's like it like goes into the ground, and it looks like maybe someone has burrowed in here or burrowed out.
Burrowed
So
in
we'll
or
pick up
burrowed
next time.
out. What will it be?
hope it's Goose.
It was a bird.
Come on, Goose.
It was that gorilla.
So yeah,
So this has been part one of
Do you want to? Sorry.
Wow, he interrupted the outro. Kick him.
So this has been
I'm
part
sorry.
1 of our Christmas special, where we are doing another journey with the 3 brave cousins as they try to save Christmas once more. Thank you, Andrew and Garrett, for joining us for this again. Thank you, DJ, for putting this all together. Thank you to Adam Ward for our intro music, Jared Scrother for our outro music, and please remember, join us next week for the continuation of this story. Maybe this will be a 2-parter. Maybe we'll get going a little bit faster next time. Who knows? But this has been fun, and we hope you enjoyed it. Let us know in the comments below if this is something you want to see more of. And if you see that like button in Santa's workshop, remember to throw one of those exploding toys at it. Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Rip.